And we're on. Hello, listeners. If you're tuning in, I'd like to welcome you to our podcast. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Troy.
I'm Mario.
And this is...
Wait. Where's Mark? Where's Mark?
Mark? Who?
Who?
Cares. Fuck that guy, dude. This is I don't know that's perfect. And since he wants to call in, fuck him, all right?
Apparently, you can call into any job. It doesn't matter what stature it is, but you can call in anywhere.
What the fuck am I paying you for? Like, why am I paying you to be here and you're not here?
Why would you call in at a job where you get drunk for free?
Yeah. No, but the understanding is that Mark felt a little under the weather, and we're just going to be doing...
He got a little bit of the herb, so we were praying for a speedy recovery.
Very, very speedy recovery. I mean, I guess it's a little vacation that he has. Still love you, Mark. You're still my boy.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, a girl. I mean, whatever you want to call him.
Anyways,
is it on there?
Did you have a drink?
Yeah, I did.
I'm sipping this and it's catching me off guard, but we'll get into that in a bit. But
yeah, but without further ado, we have a special episode today. We have a guest by what is it? Further ado, let's introduce him.
Without further ado,
let's introduce him, Jake
guest,
Lloyd.
First guest for season 2. Here you go, Jake Lloyd.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing?
A little unorganized, but we're trying to get there.
I mean, we honestly just came back from like a really big break.
I
mean, last week I didn't even know how to set this up. It took me a while. But yeah, man, how you doing?
I'm doing real good. I'm doing well.
Yeah.
Well, it's. I'm glad that you're here in the building. I'm glad that we can have guests. And
likewise.
We were supposed to have Jake on the first episode, but duty calls when you're the father, right?
Oh
duty
man,
calls.
it's Father's Day. Yeah.
Cheers to that, and shout out to all the fathers out there still. But what are you sipping on there, Jake?
Yeah. So our first segment is like, I mean, what are you drinking?
Man, I am drinking. That is the Jim Beam vanilla, and it's smooth.
Right,
smooth.
I keep drinking and I forget I'm drinking whiskey, bro. Like,
yeah,
it's good.
Before we started, when we were doing the pre-production, we took shots of it, and it was fucking smooth.
Smooth as hell.
I mean, besides Mark.
Shout out to Mark for buying that bottle on the cool.
Oh, let's do it. Yeah.
Already? Didn't you just start drinking?
I know, but I mean, it's just that vanilla taste.
It's sweet. It's like it reminds me of when I mixed the whiskey with the horchata on the cool.
Ooh, you're right. It does kind of have that. Yeah.
It's really sweet, but it's still it's with the whiskey. So.
And what are you drinking?
Me? Oh, I'm drinking the same thing. I'm drinking the Jim Beam vanilla on the rocks.
On the rocks.
In the candle cup.
I can't. Yeah, in a candle cup. If a lot of y'all do not know, I was drinking this on the first few episodes, and I did not realize this, but this is a candle holder. But if you're like me, you can use it as a glass for your whiskey.
Absolutely.
But you have to drink it awkwardly from the corner.
You have to make sure the candle wax is out, and then you clean it, and then
please make sure you get rid of the candle wax.
Yeah, because that does not sound good. But I like it. I can only imagine what it would taste if you were. It makes me want to think of what I can mix it with that'll taste even better than it. Because alone it tastes sweet.
I mean, root beer. I mean, it's vanilla, so like a whiskey, like a root beer float.
A whiskey float? That'd be kind of live.
Wow, yeah. Get a bunch of ice cream vanilla.
Yep.
A whiskey,
root beer, and then pour the whiskey.
A whiskey smoothie, or like what was it? The one you
the
got?
slush.
The slush, yeah.
Man.
That distillery on South
Still, yeah.
St. Elmo. They had a Jack and Coke slush or something like that, but it didn't have flavor. That's what I'm saying. Like, so I can only imagine with this, you slush up your Coke and you pour it with this.
It'd be good.
That really actually does sound really good.
Yeah. I'm drinking always. I got a new bottle, New Amsterdam. I've been drinking New Amsterdam like way, way, way before I was like 15 years old, and I really like, just vodka. And I told you I was gonna be drinking vodka.
Nothing. I'm chewing ice, and I'm supposed to chew ice.
Yeah, and we also have Jameson. We're probably gonna pop that later on during the show.
That is Jake's bottle, so he has to down it before we're done with the episode.
They didn't tell me.
My goal is to get Jake drunk today.
Man. Okay, let's get it.
So what's up, Jake? I know you have a lot going on this week, right?
Man, yeah, we have the single Novella. The second single from the album is coming out tomorrow, actually. So, looking forward to that, man.
What is the album coming out called?
The album that we're working on is called Moonlit Mornings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moonlit Mornings?
Yeah.
And does that? Where did the name come from?
So the name was inspired. So part of, I guess, the way I look at myself as an artist is being kind of like a werewolf, I guess, which is where the idea
Okay.
Yeah.
I see a pattern.
you did.
I see a pattern now.
It's part of the nod to the first album is the moonlit, just keeping the same werewolf vibe, and the other part is duality, which is what inspired the werewolf. You part man, part wolf. You don't really know what you're gonna get when I get on the mic. 'Cause sometimes I rap, sometimes I sing. You don't really. Yeah. It's hard to put me in the box. So, the moon lit is moon usually represents chill, nighttime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why the L in the lit is capitalized, trying to just play off of that, night and day sort of thing. And then mornings, usually when the moon is out, it's nighttime. So moonlit mornings, I thought it was just a cool.
That is a good take, because still, like, the way I depict it too, like, off of that, you can still depict it as if somebody was asking me, I was with my daughter, and there was another child that was asking me about 3 a.m. Didn't know the whole concept about 3 a.m. or whatever.
Right.
And I was like, I was explaining to them, I was like, 3 a.m., it could either be 3 a.m. early in the morning,
right,
or it could be late at night. Depending how you see it. Now, going off of that, I can see it as moonlit morning. Like, it could be a lit ass night or lit ass early morning. Like,
you got it.
I can definitely
lit early morning. What the heck?
Yeah, you never know. Like, there's some times when you're out. Yeah, I guess it's not so lit when you're up early as fuck. But
you got it. You definitely got it.
The moon is out.
Yeah,
the moon is out.
So going into your music, what influences are like? Because like whenever I first met you and you were doing like covers and then you put a thing. I don't know what genre it is. It's just all these genres put together into this one music.
You did some badass covers on the cover.
Yeah, you were just saying you're a rapper. You're or like you put rap in it. You could put like a little bit of like rock and it's what influences do you have in genres? And
with me, man, I love music and I want to be able to talk about any genre. I want to know a little bit about everything. I want to be able to have a conversation with anybody about any type of music. I'm not gonna
what
be
they like.
Right, because I pull influences from everything, man. But as far as I grew up heavily on R&B and rap. My dad was always playing old 70s funk records and the R&B stuff. Of course, the R&B from the 90s was huge. But then as I got older, man, I started branching out, listening to other stuff. We were talking about Nirvana earlier. Like, of course, Kurt Cobain is a genius, R.I.P. So, I mean, I listen to literally everything, man. But right now, I've been on a lot of metal stuff.
Okay.
Which
is
brother. So far from...
And I know that's a huge difference to you because you listen to a lot of that.
Dude,
like,
I love it. I love it, man.
Mario used to get mad at me. He used to call it screamo. Like, like, are you listening to screamo? I was like, no.
Growing up, I was very closed off.
It's called hardcore rock, or it's called,
now it finds out it's like heavy
yeah.
metal, thrasher, and all this other stuff. Like, damn, like they're just yelling at me. Like, what do you mean? Like, but I do see you're wearing the Jameson
man.
shirt.
So,
it
dude,
plays part into what this new generation.
Do you listen? You like Jameson?
I've heard some of the Jameson. Oh, dude
is cold blooded, man.
Oh man, it's helped me with some women.
Yeah,
the article, like, his music is
he's dope. He's dope, man. I really like Jameson a lot. I've actually seen him in Austin a couple times. So,
and I heard he's very humble. He even after the show, he steps out and like
absolutely.
So for someone who doesn't know, I literally thought you were talking about the drink, but so
then that's what he does with his logo. That's what's badass. That's what caught my attention because his logo, one of his logos is the actual Jameson, but it's just the JMSN, right?
Yep.
And but he's a singer. He's a singer, just a singer, right?
Yeah, singer songwriter. Multi-instrumentalist. The dude is cold.
I know he's worked with the Taku. I don't know if you're familiar with Taku. He's a producer. He makes a lot.
I'm not.
He's part of the beat scene that's coming up with a lot of the instrumentalist artists. But, I know that's how I found out about him.
That's dope. I'm gonna have to check it out. I didn't know that. So, but yeah, man, Jameson's dope. As far as new stuff out, I like him. I like Chromeo a lot. The kind of bringing that kind of disco funk vibe kind of back.
I like that disco funk. Like,
same. Calvin Harris.
Did
Dude,
you like
he's a cold bass
the Daft Punk Random Access Memories album?
Loved it. That's one of the best albums, man.
That's one of my top albums, bro. I have
It's so good, front to back. You don't have to hit.
It's a
skip
great album.
not
It's a
one
great
time.
album, bro.
Yeah.
It's a great album. I love it.
For
That's
sure.
that you know, like that techno or like the new wave, whatever Daft Punk was, bringing in disco and this.
He even had the father of disco come on the album. What was his name? Giorgio. How does he go on the album?
No. His name is Germani Georgia.
Giovanni
Giorgio.
Giorgio.
Everybody
People
calls
call me
me
Giorgio. Yeah. That's one of my favorite skits.
Dude,
on
that
the
album is amazing.
Yeah, it's
It's
really
a
good.
great album, bro. We're probably gonna have to jam this shit after this.
I will not be mad at that.
It's a great album, bro.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Cheese and rice, bro.
Yeah,
For
30.
some reason, I thought you were like 28.
Man, I get that. I get that often. I always thought I looked older than what I do, but I've heard people say, "Oh, I thought you
I
were."
think
Like,
we all do. I mean, we're all judge our own.
right.
We're a big. What do they say? We're our biggest critics. or
For
whatever.
sure.
Yeah, I think the and I always say this the first time that I got introduced to you, Mario had already met you at one of your shows. It was at that club off of or that venue.
East.
Yeah, E7.
Yeah.
What is it? Gold.
When you had
Stay
that.
Gold?
Stay Gold.
Yeah, Stay Gold.
Yeah. We were doing the we had like a little residency there for like a month.
Like it was every like once a week you had.
Yeah, it was like every Friday or something.
Yeah.
Dope spot, man.
That was a cool thing I had
Cool
going on
spot.
because it was a good spot to hang out at. They had a good food
was
there.
Dim
I like that
lighting.
spot.
Yeah, it's a cool spot. It's a
yeah.
real cool spot.
You played Sam Smith's.
Oh, you did. You don't do that anymore, right? I haven't seen you do
Not
that
the
cover.
only one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only one. And I remember like I was getting my drink and like I heard like the piano and then I heard you singing. I was just like, where have I heard this song? Like I didn't even know who I knew who Sam Smith was, but I
Right.
didn't know what that song was. And y'all played it perfect,
Man,
and
thank
that's
you.
I got hooked.
Wow.
Right then and there.
Thank you, man. Yeah, no, actually, to reply to what you said, we don't really play that song
No.
anymore, but it was one when we first started getting some momentum, man. That was like our go-to. We played that song all the time, you know, because I sung it in the falsetto because I can't sing that range with my chest voice because Sam Smith got some pipes. But I think that's what was kind of cool about it is we put the falsetto spin on it, and
Yeah.
people definitely recognize as soon as you hear, like you said, the piano, you know the song.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was a fun cover.
Yeah, and I'm sure you have a bunch of covers you do, but at the same time you have who do you have that plays your keys?
Danny Saldivar,
Danny
my
Saldivar.
my homie, man.
Another good artist in Austin.
Yeah.
I know he's a great artist. But it's been kind of both y'all together here from the beginning, right?
Dude, from day one, man, me and Danny. So the little backstory on that, I was going to record a hook for somebody, and it just so happened to be at Danny's house. The dude took me over there. He wanted me to sing on this chorus, and I sung. Excuse me, I sung it. Took me like 5. It was something super easy that he wanted me to do. And everybody else was going to a party. There was some party going on that night, and I looked at Danny, dude I had just met that day. And I was like, man, it's a cool spot. He's recording out of his house. It's like, dude, you want to work on some shit, you know? And he was like, yeah, you know, because we kind of impressed each other. He was impressed by, I guess, how I did the hook. I was impressed by his whole setup and his music. So yeah, man. From then, that was back in like 2010.
And from what I've heard from y'all's backstories, y'all basically went to the same school or whatnot, right?
Both went to Stony Point.
Yeah, y'all didn't know each other.
Didn't know each other. Danny's a year older than me, so he graduated in 06, and I graduated in 07. And dog, we knew so many of the same people.
Yeah.
And I probably walked past him, bumped into him
So many times.
100 times, dude, you know, but didn't know. So yeah, we laugh about that. We laugh about that shit all the time.
So you're an Austin native, like you're or like not. Like, I mean, I know Stony Point is like, you know.
Round Rock,
Yeah.
and people get real testy sometimes about
At this point, it doesn't even
claiming,
matter.
yeah. It's like, oh, you're claiming Austin, you grew up in Round Rock. But so I was born in Austin, Brackenridge, but I went to school in Round Rock, so.
Hey, as long as you got that Breckenridge tag,
Yeah.
it ain't around anymore.
Exactly, bruh. So
I was born at St. Actually, I think they tore Brackenridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's down. They have a new hospital now.
Yeah.
No,
So if you can't claim Breckenridge,
Right. Hey, chill.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
good.
from out here.
I still got my stripes.
I was born at St. David's, and that's where my middle name.
I gotta
Okay.
cut this off right
Nice.
here, bro.
I was like, I mean, so we're like not fond of the north. Like anything above Runberg is like literally
Right. Yeah, yeah.
To
No,
me,
that's,
it's anything
that's
past
Dallas. That might
downtown
as well-
Austin up
yeah.
north. That's like
hate it. My
Yeah.
parents still live. My mom lives in Round Rock. My dad lives in Pflugerville. So I'm up there often,
Yeah,
dropping
yeah.
the kids off, whatever. And my girls like, we should move a little north. And I'm like, I'll go north.
that's
But
always a
I'm
conversation.
telling you, 183 is the absolute cutoff. I'm not going no further north than 183. You can forget it. But yeah, dog, it's just I spent my whole. It's not for me.
It's a whole other world. It really is. You
not
know, if
for
you
me,
think about
dog.
it,
It's not for
I
me.
can't do it. Like that's always a conversation when you think about moving in Austin, because Austin in general is
Is
expensive.
it cheap up there?
It's cheaper.
Exactly.
Even my mom
That's
is
why.
like, son, if you moved a little, you don't have to move to Round Rock, son. But if you moved a little bit, I'm like, Mom, just talking about it, I'm getting itchy. You know, I don't want to do it. Yeah.
I was like so tempted to like to buy something like even to rent something in Kyle because they said it was like really cheap and shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the same as the north going into Round Rock or like the south going into Kyle and Buda. Because,
Absolutely.
It's really cheap.
But like, who wants to live in Kyle or Buda? You know, like,
Growing up, you just didn't think of that as Austin. It's like so.
like, nah, no. So yeah, man, that's where I'm at. Hopefully, it doesn't come to that, but it's hella expensive to live.
Is it? Have you got any? Have you ever had any shows up north or anything like that? Cause
Man, the only place I've played up north, Spinners, off of 35.
Okay.
Y'all are both like, what?
Like I've never
Y'all are both like, okay,
Yeah.
well, I'll take your word for it. No, it's a little bar up there. It's like right when you get into Pflugerville, off the frontage road, but yeah, man, I don't play up north too often. Why? I mean,
Hey, fuck it, we should go start a venue out there.
let's do it.
I'm trying to start a bar like one time.
Yeah.
We're trying to get
Hey, let's go to IDK to have a shot too. Let's go
Man,
IDK
that
and
would
have a
be
drink.
live. And it rolls off good. Let's go to
Jake,
IDK.
let's go to Jake Lloyd shorts
Hey.
over at IDK.
Hell yeah, let's do that shit. That's tight.
Fuck. There's not a lot of stuff out there, bro.
But yeah, man, it's crazy because the downtown scene in Round Rock is starting to grow. Like they have bars and they're having live music now, so it seems like they're trying to get hip with the times. So that's cool, I guess.
You know what north is to me? I mean, I guess west north. That's acceptable. I guess the Domain. I mean, I don't go there that often, but I mean, because you have like Mopac 35 and you have 183, and those are like the three roads. It's like,
Yep.
and you have the west, central, and you have the east. But I mean, Domain ain't that bad. I mean, I guess a lot of people hate it because they get
The Domain?
Yeah.
It's just far, dude. That's the only thing. Is it's far.
You know that Round Rock's farther than that, right?
It is. But I've never thought about, hey, let's go out to Round Rock. Like, probably Domain would be the first that I go out to, but
Yeah.
that's still pretty far, you know. But yeah,
Hey,
I
no
can
homo.
see.
Has anyone told you that voice? Like,
Wait, what? Why'd you say no homo?
Because it's dark and deep, and like I don't even want to edit it because I'm gonna edit it. But like it's really, I can see why the sound that you make, is like really, really, really
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And then when y'all see the way, like, cause you can stretch your vocals, like your vocals.
You're actually
you
not
have
even close to the
very
mic,
good
and I can
control.
barely hear him
You have-
on the mic.
and
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
I was trying not to be too loud because I was like, am I too close? Do I need? But
you
yeah,
have
man.
good control of your vocal cords whenever you sing, cause you be screeching too, and
Screaming,
dude, that shit is like, it's not even like, there's no bothersome when it comes to that, but
It's all that
It's-
bass, dude. It
Yeah.
sounds like I'm a
there's
love,
none other.
like editing it, and I'm just gonna be like, I'm not even gonna mess with it. You got it.
I'm not gonna touch this. Well, thank you, man. Yeah, sometimes I've been dealing with a little bit of allergy stuff, so that might be adding to it. But
Have you ever had what's it called, laryngitis? I think.
no,
What's the one that says sees like sees?
The answer?
No, the girl that sings the one with Travis Scott, Love Galore. Says
SZA,
Oh.
SCA. What about
Oh.
her? Oh, she had a bad
Yeah,
cough,
she
and
was
it, when
almost-
it turned into something bigger, where she couldn't even sing. Like,
yeah, I heard she.
I caught her. Like, when she came to Austin. That's when it was at the highest. When it was at the worst. Like even then she
So
was
she
having
was still
trouble.
performing with it?
Yeah.
Damn.
And so after that, because I know like when you have something wrong with you're sick and you have a cough, and you're still stretching that out.
Oh yeah, you
It's
messing
very
some shit up.
yeah, it's very crucial because
Absolutely.
you have to take care of your voice.
Man,
Like even
it's
if
the
you
money
have a
maker.
cough, you have to take
Absolutely.
cough drops, take care of it, to do what you can. But
Man, I'll get to the point sometimes where I'm feeling sick and I know I got some shit coming up where I won't talk. Like Leslie will be, my girl will be talking to me and I'll be like, look, I need to chill. I got this show coming up or whatever. But yeah, man, same thing kind of happened with Adele. She had to have like surgery on her shit.
oh
Yeah,
fuck,
it was bad. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna cut you off real quick. As we're coming to the 20-minute mark where we take our first shot, what kind of shots y'all want? Y'all keep on talking.
This
Just
is a Jameson
Jameson.
because I think we're out of the Jim Beam.
I think we got a little bit a swallow left.
All right, I'll give you the
Jim Beam.
Jim Bean. I'll give you Jameson. I'll get the vodka.
Let's do it.
You don't want to do the Jameson?
No, I mean I told I was gonna drink vodka.
Okay.
But yeah, just keep on going with your conversation.
But going back to, honestly, I just want to get into how we met. 'Cause
Okay, yeah, hell yeah.
I had really, honestly, found you through Twitter and Instagram.
Were you out there for the show or did you happen to be out there?
Honestly, the reason I went out to the show is because of you.
Okay.
When I went to the show because I had seen you on Instagram and Twitter when I had already reached out to you a while.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I'm sure you thought of it as like a fan or somebody just reaching out liking your music or whatnot, you know. But I went to the show he had a show on at the you said it was the Havana, right?
Yeah.
Javelina. On Rainy,
Yep.
And I went to go check him out, but it was a whole set list. There was other performers, other artists and whatnot, and I went to go check him out. And I took some friends. Mark was there with me, and I took a couple other friends with me, and even then,
I remember.
they fell in love with the performance because it was nothing. I didn't know what to expect,
You're
but
right.
I was
Yeah.
like, I was blown away. You know, like
Man.
there was some top tier performance before you, but you blew it away. Like it's
Thank you,
nothing
bro.
that we expected. Like it's something that goes with the whole with the culture, with the whole like
absolutely.
whatever they think that we can produce. Like it's just like oh fuck, like
Yep.
it's a good performance. And
Man, I remember I got off stage and you shook my hand, man, and you pretty much told me what you just said. You know how impressed you guys were, and I was like, dude, of course, thank you, man. But we've actually like become friends, you know.
Yeah,
like,
it went from a fandom shit to a friendship. Like,
yeah,
like
absolutely.
the sticker that I have on Malacha is the sticker that I got from that night. And
was it that show?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then from then on, I told him, I was like, any designs you need, I got you.
And I hit you up like literally that same week, and you did the cover to my first.
So cheers to
the beginning of the friendship between all three, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, dude, and that's probably one of my most proud projects that I've done, because for you to ask me to do the whole, not even the cover, but the whole front and back.
Yeah.
Dude, like I was nervous the whole way. I was like, fuck, is he gonna like this? I was like, I don't know if he's gonna like this, but like,
Nah,
I'll
man,
do this and that. And I was like, he's gonna want to change all this shit. But I was like,
Nope.
You ended
You
up
hit
liking
it.
every bit
You
of
hit it, man. I still get people asking me. I mean, you were there when I did the thing
East
at.
Side, I was talking about the last of the East Siders that showed up, and they were
People
asking
still
you about the
ask
cover.
me about the cover all the time. You know, because it's eye catching, dude, and you did exactly what I wanted done, man. Something that grabbed attention, and people are like, "What the hell is this? What is this gonna sound like?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you turn it on, and it's like R&B's, and you're not expecting the werewolf. You know, it was just so it was perfect, man.
It's one of those projects that I'm very
I
proud
love
of.
it. I'm glad.
I'm gonna put that project up right here.
The cover.
Yeah, I usually put the cover up, you know,
Hell
for
yeah.
the video purposes.
Hell yeah.
What's your first and foremost? What's the name of the project?
Moonlit Morning, the new one,
yeah,
Moonlit Mornings.
The old one, the first album.
The Jake Lloyd LP.
Do you have a favorite song from that album?
I fluctuate between songs, but right now I think my favorite song is probably Mile.
Are we gonna play it?
Yeah, Jake, I want you to do the honors.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pretend you're pressing play on the screen.
Okay.
Just drop your finger anywhere. Say play.
Play.
But I'm having a hard time trying to get it out if you couldn't tell. Baby, I'm a player, baby, I'm a player for sure. And you put up with more shit than the average girl would. Baby, this I know. Baby, I'm a player, baby, I'm a player for sure. And maybe one day this thing will grow.
Stop.
So that was
Mile?
yeah,
Mile by Jake Lloyd.
Thank you.
For real, honestly, listen to Jake Lloyd. His music is really good.
Thank you guys, man.
Ever since the beginning, I've tried to put so many people on, try to tell them to come to the shows, and
We getting there, man. We getting there.
Actually, one episode we had actually told everybody to go to that show. You know.
Bet, man. Thank
well,
you.
well, I think it was on a Thursday and I released.
oh,
it.
it's the one that you had on the E6. It was at Hotel Vegas, I think.
Okay, yeah.
We stayed there.
Man, y'all
That was a good show.
Y'all been to several shows, man. Always showing love, and I appreciate
course,
it. That
of
was
course.
a fun ass show.
It was.
It really was. Man, being able to hear yourself and the right acoustics and sound man got you sounding good. That it does.
Of
it
course.
does one, of course, right? But man,
You know, I've done two shows stagehand and then one front of house, and I gotta say, man, those guys are really hard workers.
that's
if they're-
what I'm saying,
Dude, I've done sound of
That's
house
what I'm
for
saying.
Sawboy, and that is the most stressful shit ever.
Exactly.
Oh,
that.
dude,
How do y'all do
I
this?
did have the worst equipment ever too. That shit was faulty as fuck.
Oh man.
I was ready. I was out.
Well, at that point, like I was just getting into like music. I was probably like, what, 20 years old?
Okay.
Yeah, we
I
were
was like 20. I was like 7 years. No,
we
no,
weren't
I was
even
like
old
6
enough
years
to
old.
be at the venues. They had us out there. We were
Yeah.
like, at my spot, it was all this shit was faulty, and none of this shit was working. All the artists kept, because I had a whole 8 fucking set list artists come through, and I had to run sound for them, but all that shit didn't work. And
Damn, they
I
had you
know what
running
the fucking
sound?
tell. Yeah, dude, this is my first time, and I was like,
Crazy.
they kept coming. Like artists are pretty picky, and like
They can be. Yeah.
and
I try to.
Sometimes they're assholes. And like, what the
Right.
fuck? Why isn't it sounding right?
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that shit's not working. But
And
Yeah,
I try to remember that, man, that people are working just like I am. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sometimes they're sensitive.
yeah.
Which one would you think is the like? So you have monitors, you have front of house, unless they're both in the same, and then you have stagehand. Which one's the most difficult that you think is to work with? Because I've done front of house, and they always tell me like, can you like raise? I'm not hearing anything. I was like,
Yeah.
Well,
Well, it's because it's because you suck. No.
yeah, like there's a lot of like.
Honestly.
I've only done one where I performed, and I was telling them back when I had my band in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling them like, hey, I can't hear my monitors. I was like,
Sorry.
okay. I was like, well.
Get closer. Get
You know,
closer to it.
there are some asshole
Oh,
sound
absolutely.
engineers.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I feel who have I had the biggest issue with? Man, I don't have too many issues because usually 9 times out of 10, if you give somebody respect, show respect, you'll get respect.
Yeah.
But every now and again, I've had.
But doing Sawboy, it's like,
shit.
it's,
Oh,
it's,
man, that's
it's
a different-
It's every man for himself. It's
But at
like,
the same time, man, I try to understand those guys because they're dealing with even more artists that they would deal with on a normal circumstance, you know. And these
Yeah.
guys are from out of town, out of the country, you know. So I try to feel for them. But I've had probably the biggest issues with hands, really like stage hands, trying to. Sometimes we'll get booked on a show where we're like the only band, and then time constraints, and it's like people are trying to move help you get off, and you understand that they got a schedule to keep, but it's like, bro, y'all just throwing my shit, you know?
Yeah.
Can I grab that first
people are ultra sensitive or careless.
Right.
It's
'Cause it
doing
ain't theirs.
Sawboy, it's both.
Oh my
ends.
God.
Either it's super
crazy.
sensitive or super careless.
Right.
They're just trying to get it over with, or they're like trying to get it right.
And I get it. Hey, man, you got 5 minutes in between load time, so it's like crunch time. But let me carry that. Okay?
Yeah, don't touch my shit.
The only reason why I respect stagehands is because I work for FedEx, and we're on a schedule. So whenever someone's telling you, it's like, oh, is it box
relative.
damage? It's like, look, I delivered the box.
Right.
Why are you wasting my time telling me? If it's something damaged, call FedEx.
Call them, right.
My job is just to deliver it. Don't
Give it
fucking,
to you, right.
So whenever I was working stagehands, they would be like, oh, like like how much time we have left? Like, y'all got 5 minutes. Okay, well we're gonna play like a 7-minute set, and I'm just like, you're wasting 2 of my minutes
talking to me. Yeah, like just
and then,
play.
And then if you hear encore, like, no, dude,
Gotta go, bro.
Like,
Gotta
dude,
go.
I got another guy that's gonna I'm barely getting paid for this.
Right,
shit, you know?
dude. Stop giving me a hard time. Get your shit. Get off the stage.
Hurry the fuck up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean just live music, like it's like if you think the artist is like
This is a whole other perspective that we haven't gotten into because we talk about South by on the audience side to where you go experience it and you go have.
But you don't always think about the people that are making that shit happen.
You don't think about the artists. You don't think about the people working it. Like that's a whole another side. Like it's a whole another
This shit ain't
story.
easy. Yeah. Yeah.
They're actually working hard. You may think it's all fun and games because it's free. Of
Right.
course, like I've been there, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like
Somebody had to bring these lights. Somebody
how,
had to.
how long did it take you to get there? Like honestly, like how long have you been doing South by?
This year was my second official year,
Exactly,
so I've
but-
done it 2 solid years, or officially. But I mean,
How long did it take you to get there? Like how long have you been doing music? I know you've been doing music for a while now. Like
I'd say 2010 when I came. Obviously, I was recording music in high school, but really doing it seriously didn't really start until I hooked up with Danny. When me and Danny got together, man, that's when.
almost a decade, right?
Dude.
So
damn near
this is
10
what
years.
people don't take into consideration.
10 years, bro.
But honestly, how was it your first time at South by? Like last year, I guess.
It was crazy.
Right?
Yeah, last year was my first official year, and I was on cloud 9 the whole week. You know,
Yeah.
and I had one official show, and I was still like, bro, this is because you work so hard for that shit, man, and then you got to do unofficial shit, and just to finally get there and be in that artist lounge was live. So
You get a lot of good benefits from it, too, huh?
you get them backpack.
Oh,
That's
dude.
all I cared about. Straight
I
up,
want the
man.
backpack,
My
bro.
first year, that's all I cared about. I just wanted the backpack. I wanted every color. I was like,
I've gotten in backpacks before, so
Man.
it's a good glory.
this year they were giving out microphones,
I
like
saw that.
some decent ones
I
too.
almost bought one off of somebody, but I was like, they're more of a live sound.
Yeah, it's like a
right?
live mic,
So I
but
was like, they won't benefit me. So I was
so
like, I'm out.
it's funny to see this year. Everybody was standing in line for that versus the last year. The line for the backpacks was crazy, and now that they were giving away mics, people were like, "I'll get a backpack later, okay? I want this fucking mic."
Yeah.
So that was funny to see.
We'll have to do something for South by next
Dude,
year. All
absolutely.
Of us. They do not. I know they have shows where it's like podcast people just performing. People are like,
Yeah.
dude,
Bro, that whole
we have to find out if we could submit or have IDK
man,
on South by.
that
Dude.
would be live.
Oh,
dude.
that'd be awesome,
That
right?
would
We
be
could-
live.
But I don't think we have enough fans yet to where.
Well,
So if
shit.
you're watching this, you
I was
gotta
gonna
just share,
say,
retweet,
hey, tell
like,
everybody.
subscribe,
Right.
help us get there. So, but
Fuck yeah, man.
If not, I'm just gonna get like a long extension cord and like get into a like.
we gotta be on 35.
Yeah. Hey, dude, man, it's crazy the ingenuity you see during South by. Like people come out of town, and some of the craziest setups I've ever seen have been during that week, dude. It's nuts. So,
Maybe even then,
dude, y'all should just post up on the street.
on the cool, we
For
should.
real,
We talked
for
about
real.
it. Like,
Y'all should just post up on the
fucking
street.
Set up, have a fucking generator,
a power generator, like
Yes.
power up
Yes.
all this shit up.
Hey.
Like, hey, we're live and direct.
Get some
from
lights,
South by
some little
Southwest.
lighting. What man, that'd be fucking live.
And then have y'all perform on
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Dude.
That would be. Hey,
We have some official South by artists performing right here. You just gotta follow the
do
podcast.
that shit. Do that shit.
This year, I went around, and when I went around, I just threw around. We had these little, just like blanket business cards that
Okay.
said our at name or whatnot.
Yeah.
Just threw them around. Every show that I went to, when they got crunk, I threw them. I fucking did it, bro.
Because somebody eventually is gonna
Yeah.
look down or
And I had some people that are like, oh, I saw this
pick your
shit.
shit up.
Yeah.
Nah, that's cool as fuck. See, man, you got to do what you got to do,
Yeah.
bro. It's 2019, bro.
Is that
Like,
on South by there's just so much fucking flyers. Like, it's like
You gotta make sure people
I
pick
was
it
like,
up.
how
the
much
street
did
is
you
covered.
How much did you pay for all those flyers? They're all over a building.
Yeah,
Paper is not cheap.
paper's not
especially-
cheap. And then people will have. My favorite is you have to put like the saran wrap around like a
pole,
and then they just. It's like, bro.
So
what?
they cut that shit off.
Yeah, like
no, bro. I get my shit around the year. I have my stickers around at some point, and I gave you some stickers, but we are working on getting some bigger stickers.
Man, I still have them. I put a couple on my. I have like a throwback igloo lunchbox that I take to work.
Oh, that's real.
My dad gave me, and I put them. I've been putting stickers.
We're working on getting some bigger ones. So as soon as we get those bigger ones,
let me know. I need it.
Because I was caught off guard. I thought they were gonna be a little bit bigger, but these they came out surprisingly very small.
They're small, but man.
All right, I do have to do this. Speaking of stickers, I do have a sticker on my laptop. This is
Oh yeah,
Hey.
yeah. So this is Rock and Roll Rentals. I've never shouted them out, even though
shout out Rock and Roll Rentals.
Gotta plug them.
I mean, most of the stuff is mine, but other stuff that's not mine, go to Rock and Roll Rentals. It's really reasonable prices.
If you want to start your own podcast, if you want to have your own show, if you want to do anything recording, music related, go to Rock and Roll.
First, know what you're doing. Don't just plug
Yeah,
shit.
don't just
But
go
even
with
if you don't ask them, they know their shit.
Yeah, they do.
They help you out a lot. So.
Yeah, so most of the stuff is from them, and then most like half of it. But
shout out Rock and Roll Rentals. Point out where you want to have them post
right here. I don't even know if they have an Instagram. I told them I'll shout them out. They're right here. They're over there off of Old Act. I think they have 2 locations.
Old Turf and South Lamar.
Okay, yeah, South Lamar.
Yeah, I just had to shout them out because I told them they're like, oh yeah, we see you here all the time, and I was like,
we wouldn't have been possible without them. Yeah. In the future, hopefully, we're able to do concerts here at the house or somewhere potentially.
Not at the house.
And they're able to help us out. So don't tell Troy, but maybe at the house.
What was that neighbor? The guy I saw when I walked in.
Greg.
I don't know how Greg would feel about that shit.
We thrown parties here before, and he wasn't talking to me for a while.
Damn.
Hey, what size are your gauges at?
I am at 1 1/4 inches.
Cheesing,
So
right?
32 millimeters.
You know, no, it's because I just put mine back in. I was at, I think in high school I was at probably 7/8.
Okay.
And I took them out because whenever I was working, like it got really smelly and crusty. And I had a one blowout whenever
Man.
I'd put them in, and I was
What
like,
does it mean when it blows out?
I mean to jump like it
Too
goes
fast. Yeah. It's like the inside of your ear is pushed kind of out because you tried to go too big too quick. So you got to let's give your ear time to heal.
Oh man, that shit sucks.
Yeah.
Sounds painful.
I've had like 3 blowouts whenever I moved from like half to 7/8. I believe. I had one whenever I was moving to 00 to 0. No, 0 to 00 or 00. Which one is it?
Yeah, doubles. I think 00 is bigger.
Yeah.
No. 0 is bigger than 00.
Well, the higher the number, the smaller the gauge, or the smaller the size.
Yeah.
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 So
And I just recently started putting back in because I was like, you know what? Like I did this for 4 years in high school. So like the only reason why I took it off at work, but now my work is,
It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
care.
cool. I don't care. It's
Right.
basically what, I did this for a
Not so
reason
much
'cause
that
I
they
like-
don't
like-
care, but I don't care that y'all if y'all care. Yeah.
You know, and I'm starting to gauge up, and I was like, you know what, Jake Lloyd does have some fucking big ass.
Man, so once you get to a certain size, they stop having like the tapers.
Yeah.
So I would put like electrical tape.
Yeah.
I would use electrical tape because if I can't find the taper any bigger, I have to do something to make to still stretch.
So
That's how I did with like just tapers. Like I would get the tapers the one. Yeah, you just put like black tape, and then you just like
You can go at
shove
your
them
own
in there.
speed. Yeah. So,
So
You
to
just put the
go
soap.
to go a size up on your ears, you have to force it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're stretching that shit.
Is that painful? Cause
Yeah.
Well, it's not so much painful when you do the tape method because you can add or take off, so it's
Okay.
not like
if it hurts too much, take some
you
off.
can take some off.
You know what the worst part that I had was whenever like I would wake up and my I fell asleep and I wake up and my taper fell off and like my ear was just a little smaller.
Dude, that's the worst. I've lost so many plugs in the bed and like behind falling asleep drunk on the couch or something, and then wake up in the morning and one of my plugs is gone, and I'm like, shit. So yeah, and then I've had my kids have broke. I had some glass ones that I was in love with, and it had a big the front had like a big lip, so they looked even bigger than they were. And my son dropped one when he was a baby, and
Maybe,
I was so hurt.
You,
so hurt.
Maybe you should do that as a merch.
Yeah, no, that'd be live.
Engage it with the Jake L.
That'd be live.
Ooh,
That'd be live,
you
man.
know?
That would be live. So
Just some at certain sizes, like you can only get to this size if you listen to it.
All right, guys, we're coming to the next point. We're gonna take this second shot.
nice.
Y'all keep on talking.
Okay.
I'm not ready for that.
Right?
I was outside of Give Us whiskey though, because I can't drink vodka.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do the J-Mo.
Yeah.
Sure.
You listen to Lil Nas X, right?
I do. Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard his new project, but
What'd you think of Old Town
I
Road?
like Old Town Road.
Yeah.
But I like it because I understand the business. I understand.
Did you
how
watch
this-
the music video?
I have not seen the music video. I have not. But
It's supposed to be like a kind of like a movie or like.
Yeah.
okay.
It was basically like him showing up to his new world country, what I guess.
Okay.
And everyone's like, "What the fuck? Who's this?"
Right.
And whatever. But then Billy Ray shows up and kind of saves him when they try
Yeah.
to kill him, whatever, you know.
Got you.
So
no,
in reality, it's what
I was
happened.
gonna say that sounds like real life. That sounds like exactly what happened in his
But
actual life.
What happened? You say you haven't listened to the new album yet, right?
I have not. No.
The new album, it was pretty cool. I listened to it, and basically what he does is he explores all genres,
Okay.
which is
I dig that.
It's the whole concept of you have kids. So have you seen the trailer to the new Trolls movie?
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, I'm
With Justin
excited.
Timberlake, right?
And
Yeah.
Anderson Pot.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited as fuck for that. But basically what they do
Oh,
with
they're
that,
doing the second one, and Anderson's gonna be in that one.
Yeah.
I did not know.
I didn't know that
he's,
either.
he's the Rock dude.
I did not.
I forgot what
know
the
that.
name is, but he's part of the whole Rock Trolls or whatever. Dude, I'm excited for that.
That's gonna be loud. My kids are gonna love that.
But basically, that's the whole concept. Like, there's more trolls and more styles or whatever. But what Lil Nas does was with his album, Cheers, y'all,
Yeah.
to every genre and any genre. Like,
Right.
If you don't like it, I don't like it.
I don't care.
That's not vanilla.
Ooh. That is not the vanilla.
Mario was drinking before he did this. I was barely drinking, so
I've been drinking all day. But basically, with the Lil Nas album, what he does, in my opinion, from what I see, is he styles it. Every song he does a style for each song.
Okay.
Whether it's like a techno or country,
That's dope.
or
That's
pop, rock, or whatever, you know. So that way, and that after that, there's no way for any of us to categorize them, because that was the whole argument with Old Country Road.
What do you
can't-
call it?
Yeah, you can't say it's a country or is it a rap.
Yeah.
Now after this, there's no telling, because we thought that after this album we'd be like, all right, we're gonna be able to
I
tell
got
if
him.
he
You
rap
know, I
or
kind of got
country.
him pegged.
Exactly.
But yeah.
yeah.
But
Still
now,
no, still no.
after this, we can't tell what genre
I
he
love
is.
that shit, man. Like, I love people looking at a young black kid who's obviously got rap influence, but they don't know what the hell he about to do, you know? And I really dig that, man, because music is...
And I know that goes back and it relates to you.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
Yeah.
I know that's a big question with people
All the time.
with your performance or your music or anything like that. Like,
Explain what your sound
because
is.
even then, like you would do covers of pop music.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Lonely Day. That was one of my favorite covers that you did. With the
Oh
Loneliest
shit!
Day.
You know,
System.
I was trying to. So like, I was trying to figure out what song you played with System of the Down, and I was like, which
The
one
Loneliest
was it?
Day. That's
Lonely
my
Day.
favorite.
It's Lonely Day, yeah.
Man,
Like,
we don't play that one anymore either.
I know, I know.
I
I'm
love
mad
that
about
song,
that, but-
man. I love that song. I love System of a Down, man.
they're probably one of the only bands I know that has the same, like, they went from when they began, they had the same original members.
and it's
from when
all
they
of them
ended.
still. Yeah.
And
I
Armenian
don't
or
know
whatever,
I don't know any of this.
it's like this,
Surge or what?
New fans.
no, they're like this, they're like Rage Against the Machines, but they're from a different country. Like, they believe like war is fucking, corrupt.
Right.
The government's corrupt.
Dude, they're super political. They're super political. all of their albums are talking about like.
I know every single one of their songs. I can play any of their fucking songs.
Really?
Good.
That's fucking live, dude. Yeah, like I want to where they're trying to build a prison and all that. Man, all their shit is super. Yeah,
Prison
super
songs?
political. Yeah,
That's
they're so good, man.
They made that dual album, Mesmerize and Hypnotize.
Yeah,
it's fucking amazing.
Mesmerize, Hypnotize, and what was the other one? Toxicity.
Yeah.
Of course, Toxicity is.
dope ass song.
Yeah, so good.
Fuck,
bro.
it still
So
sounds
good.
very political. You know?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Pastime activities. Yeah, no, they're dope, man.
Yeah. I was trying to I wanted they actually did play a System of a Down song, but I didn't want to say Chop Suey because I mean that's like their number one song.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, I think it was Lonely Day, but I'm just gonna let the
No,
I'm gonna let it go through and
At
sure
the
was.
time, at
It
the
sure
time when
was.
I started getting into J. Lloyd, I had just gotten into Lonely Day because, dude, when you hit that shit, do that.
Man, thank
that
you,
shit
bro.
goes hard, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Hey, you know what? I would never ever do this, but since I have you, can I play a chord from Lonely Day?
Yeah.
Can we get it?
Let's do it.
All right. My mic guitar's right there.
I did it over there.
Absolutely, I will
Nah,
fucking
dude.
sing. I will fucking sing a piece.
I've never asked an artist to sing, but I mean you're a
To get
vocal
Jake Lloyd-
artist, so
To
do
get
it.
Jake Lloyd on a
Let's-
I just want to try to see like
Let's do it.
this is exciting. I mean, y'all are gonna see. This is the first time when I don't know. That's perfect. Do you remember the song?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh shit.
easy, like there's only like,
The loneliest.
fuck no, that's not it.
Oh,
Fuck, I totally forgot how to play this song.
the loneliest.
And it's mine. Loneliest day of my life.
It's a great song.
Shit.
Honestly, it's a great song.
It is, man. Very well written.
Bro, I haven't played this song since high school.
Crazy.
It's a lonely. It's a lonely day.
No,
That's all I remember.
bro. You know, y'all keep on talking.
Okay.
Let me get this down.
We're going. Honestly,
Like I said,
aside-
this is like a super.
I think we're all excited. But going outside of that, going back to Lil Nas, my whole point about that is like, there's no way to categorize him. There's no way to say what genre he is. But the same goes to you. Nobody's ever really. They either go back and forth, like, cause you be rapping on your songs, right?
Yeah.
But your main priority on the music is singing, and then but you're right.
Yeah.
So, singer, songwriter, rapper.
Right.
Like what like to tell everybody like what is your response, I guess, or what would you say to anybody that tries to say what you are or
I think hip hop soul
hip hop soul? Okay.
is a cool way, because I sit sometimes and I think to myself like, I have to have some answer for
Hip hop
this.
and R&B goes hand in hand.
For sure. Yeah.
So I think you play a role in that. You,
For sure.
you do some of that.
It's very much hip hop or rap based. I
That's,
have a lot
that's
of
very
influence.
surprising to me, honestly. That's
Really?
it. Yeah, it's for you to say hip hop.
Well, I guess rap is. There's obviously a difference between hip hop and rap. To me, there definitely is.
Yeah.
But I feel like hip hop soul just sounds better than rap soul. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I would definitely consider what I do more rap versus hip hop. But sometimes hip hop and rap are interchangeable, and I guess for that sense, I would use hip hop. But
And it's crazy because we've had this conversation in the past where because I don't want to say that it was Drake that opened the doors, but
He did.
It was
He did.
partially
He did.
Drake.
Absolutely.
I'm not the biggest Drake fan.
absolutely,
But Drake, Anderson .Paak,
yeah, man, all
Spino,
those hybrid guys,
yes,
Drum,
you
Big Baby.
are- and that's what I'm trying to get at. You're
I
a
would,
hybrid
I would
artist.
call myself a hybrid.
You're
yeah,
a hybrid artist.
for
So
sure.
That's why it's hard to categorize you as what genre, because You do both.
Everything,
you can sing
man.
and you can rap.
Love everything.
You could do anything Smino does, anything Drake does.
I love those guys too. I love Smino for sure.
They're great artists. They're great artists.
Yeah.
Smino is one of my favorite artists to see. It reminds me of when I see Smino, I see you.
That's cool, man.
Forth,
That's a huge compliment. Huge.
Let me try to see if I can get this, okay?
Okay.
Lonely Day?
Such a lonely day, and it's mine. The most loneliest day of my life.
But,
Hey, we got it though. That was tight.
hey, I'm gonna try one more time.
Okay. One more
time,
I'm trying to get redemption for myself. Right?
Y'all listeners.
Such a lonely day, and it's mine. The most loneliest day of my life. Hey,
Wait, oh my
Sorry,
God.
man.
I'm sorry, brother.
Y'all get him up.
That's a
Y'all get it up for Troy and Jake. Both of y'all kill that shit. Like,
That's just dope.
Sorry.
After this
I was
episode
kind
is
of nervous
over-
because like I haven't played it in a while. I had to look at some tabs, but
after this episode's over, we're gonna have a jam session because
Fuck yeah.
I'm excited.
I didn't even know that guitar was over there. Hell yeah.
you know what's a funny story about it?
What?
So like I just bought that last week.
Oh yeah.
And the thing about it was like, whenever I was getting all the equipment for the podcast, I was looking at like I have a classical guitar in my room,
Okay.
and it needs new strings, and I was like, maybe I should buy some new strings or whatever. But I was like, you know what? I don't have the money. I mean,
Right.
I did have the money, but for some
wanna
reason,
spend
fate told me like not to.
Just chill. Yeah. Just
chill.
wait.
And I was there with my my roommate, and if you don't know him, he was the one that's making the loud noise last week with the girl.
We did have something like, what's loud? What's too
No,
loud?
but it was amazing because like we were driving home, and I was like, dude, like I love playing the guitar and all this.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like literally driving down the street, and he was just like, bro, that's a guitar at a garage sale. I fucking stopped. I reversed it. And I was just like, hey, so is that guitar for sale with the case? I was like, yeah.
With the case.
I was like,
Hell yeah.
how much is it? She's just like, it's $70, but I'm letting it go. No, it's $150, but I'm letting it go for $70. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, it's a Yamaha, but
Yeah.
the guitar I have is literally worth $10.
Right. Yeah. Just working, man. Just plucking and working on
And I was like, look, lady.
chords and shit.
I was like, lady, I will literally fucking go to the bank right now. Just save it. She's like, I'll put it inside. And I don't think she believed me. And of course, if you go to
back, yeah.
Of course, if you go to ATM, you can only take 20s out, like a regular ass ATM.
So you gotta get 80.
I got 80.
Yeah.
I came back to the house and I was like, hey, what was our offer? She was like 70, but I can let you go for 60. I was like, here, I'll give you 80.
Oh man.
I gave her 80.
That's dope.
And she was just like, thank you so much. And I asked her, I was like, why are you selling the guitar? She's like, well, my son has 3. I was like, well,
Okay.
all right.
All right. Well, I don't feel so bad now. Give me that shit.
Yeah, give that shit. As soon as I fell in love with it,
I was gonna say it looks like a decent guitar, man.
It's a nice
Yeah.
It looks
guitar. Yeah.
nice.
He was pretty excited when he got it.
Dude, I'm so
Yeah.
excited. I come home,
You
I
should
play
be.
with it,
Fuck yeah.
and it's
Dude,
amazing.
whenever it was just Troy and I, literally when we had our last apartment, when it was just us, and we just hang out.
So you guys have lived together for
Yeah, he's been my best friend for a long time.
Oh, dope.
We've known each other since middle school, but
Live.
we lived each other for a while. But we had an apartment a few years back, and even then, like we'd be bored, drunk, shit or whatever. We stayed at home and just. He'd pull out the guitar and he'd just play and we'd just record fucking
Hell
whatever
yeah,
he wanted,
dog.
you know,
Just bullshit.
record and just sing and
Right.
play whatever he wanted to,
That's
you know.
live.
So it's cool to see that he's excited about this new guitar that he got.
dope,
you know?
man.
Yeah, the same
That's dope.
the same way you said, like you love any type of music.
Right.
Any type of music.
Anything.
That's me.
Yeah.
I appreciate any type of music, and I have my genre, like my head is like super like even when a song comes on, I'll be like, oh, I know what that is.
Yep.
Dude, as soon as I found out about you, I went and told Troy. Like Joe was one of the first people that I told about. That's why
dope,
he's
man.
one of the
like-minded people. You
exactly.
know, like-minded people.
We went to school for music together. You know, like
Okay.
It's one of the things that connects Troy and I. Like we both
The love of music.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Honestly, music is probably like, I mean, people should consider it as kind of like a drug, but it's not a drug that, you know.
It's the best. It's the
yeah.
best drug, man. It could save. Music, I think, could save the motherfucking world. As weird and probably as off-putting, optimistic as that might be, but like music is the only thing that,
of course,
everybody can share.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
it doesn't even have to be like it could be
universal
any type,
language.
you know.
The universal language, bro.
It just literally just listening with the ears. And I told myself, I was like, would you rather go blind or deaf? I was like, I'd rather go blind. I was like, why? Because I couldn't listen to music.
Yeah,
I could not go deaf.
Right.
I was like, I don't even like the stuff that I see on the internet. I fucking hate the internet.
Right. If I didn't have to see that, I'd be okay. But I have to hear. I need to be able to hear the new anything. You know.
Yeah.
I agree. I think I'd rather. Yeah, that's a hard one, man. That's like, which parent would you kill type shit?
What's
you know?
what's your favorite
like
kid?
what? Yeah, like what kind of shit? I don't know. Well, what sense is your favorite? You want to lose your sense of?
We're fine. We're good.
Hey, so we're coming to the last stretch of it. This is our last segment, and the segment is like the last segment is what positive, like anything that happened during the week, what happened, or just in general. So we're gonna start with the guests.
Okay.
Jake Lloyd. Something positive.
I went to Dallas yesterday, and I went and saw a Rangers game.
Okay.
Hence the hat.
Oh, you're a Rangers fan.
I am a Rangers fan, man. It was fun, and they were giving out bobbleheads, Pudge Rodriguez bobbleheads to the first 15,000 actually.
Oh, so what number were you?
I got one.
You were first. Oh,
I wasn't first, but I definitely got
you
one.
were there early.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it was me and my girl, and we both got one, and I gave mine to my dad, because my dad went to the game with us, and he wasn't able to get there in time, and it was just super cool to, because, you know, he doesn't really do stuff like that often, so to take him to a game and be able to get one for him, that was fun. And, I mean, it wasn't necessarily the best thing that I've done with my life, but it was fun to see him out there, and, man, we sat out there, and we joked around with the people sitting behind us and cut up. My dad is a character, man. But it was fun, dude. It was really fun.
To anyone, parents, like, want to, like, do whatever you can with him, because you will never do that.
Oh, my God, dude. I cannot imagine when I lose my parent. I don't know what I'm going to do, man. I'm just...
You just have to be
trying not to think.
You have to be grateful.
We're getting older now, and that shit's a reality, bro.
Thought,
I think about it way more than I probably should.
Yeah.
If anything, just leave their legacy that they brought.
Exactly. That's all I'm trying to do. But that was fun. That was a good thing. And it was yesterday, so it's like fresh in my mind. You know what I mean?
That's good. That's good. Mario?
You take your kids to a lot of. I'm sorry. Do you go to a lot of baseball games?
Not a lot. Not as many as I would like to go to. But we're trying to start going to, like, even the Express. You know what I'm saying? Just going to baseball, man. I love that shit.
That's so good. To go back on that positive note, my positive note is my job. So as I told you on the last episode.
Oh shit! I know this one is.
I got fired. I got laid off from my last job that I was in. I'm an electrician and whatnot, but I got hired within 5 days. You know, I wasn't worried.
That's
There's a lot
dope,
of call
man.
for electrician. But with this job that I'm with, I'm in love with the company. I love them. It's been not even.
Is this it?
No.
No. I already know. I know what it is, but is this the one? The TV? Yeah. No. Okay.
No, that's my TV.
Okay. I think I knew where you were going, but I didn't know if this was the one.
Yeah, just keep on talking.
So
You keep on talking. I mean,
so this company that I've been with, like, it's been not even more than a little bit over 2 weeks with this company, and they've fed us 3 times.
That's so loud.
The second time they gave us new tools, but the third time, which was this past fucking, was it Friday? They had a raffle, bro. Second place was a 55-inch TV. And I won that shit, bro. Like,
so
this company has already given me so much.
I never win
Fucking
any.
TV?
I never win anything.
First place was 75-inch, and like even that, I may have been second place, but I got lucky because if I got first place,
It took me 2 years to pay off this fucking TV.
that TV would not have fit in my fucking small ass car.
Shit works out the way it's supposed to.
I'm happy. Like I got a raise with this job.
And you got the TV that
I got
fit.
the TV. Everybody that I'm working with as well. Troy met my Russian coworkers.
Oh, you got Russian coworkers?
Yeah,
Bro,
he's
they're
Russian.
dope. They're
Oh,
dope.
shit.
But I love my
Stay
job.
on their good side.
I'm happy with my life. I'm happy with my career.
That's dope, man.
I love it.
That's
While
good,
I'm in
brother.
school,
You got this going on, fucking
Yeah.
IDK, which is fucking
Bro.
dope as hell. So
Showtime, I
know.
want you to sign us, give us a show like
know
Deuces
that's
Zamero.
perfect.
We could be better than Deuces Zamero. Trust us. Just
yeah, absolutely.
better than Deuces Zamero.
And then didn't they go like super pop? Didn't they go to
Deuces Zamero, y'all are pop. Jake Lloyd said it. So y'all get her pop. So
quote me?
I'm gonna pour this last shot, and then I'm gonna tell you what happened with my happy week.
Bet.
But no, it's been great so far. I love my
Mario,
job.
don't pour that shot.
I love my job. I'm an electrician. I do side work. But this career change, it's been a process. I've done a lot, but
Did you go to school for?
no. Everything,
dope, man.
everything I do, I learn hands-on, and
Hey.
that's why I love it.
That's
All
dope.
right, so whatever. You know what? Here, cheers to
Cheers.
Gumball.
Gumball,
Gumball.
goddamn right.
A first shadow. Oh.
So what I had, I fucking hate cats. I've hated them all my life.
I hate cats too.
But there's a lot of things I learned about the word hate. That you
Hate's
don't
a
hate
bad
them.
word.
It's a very, very hateful word, and you honestly shouldn't be hating anything. As
Anything.
much as people, you should be better. What is Craig? Say, I'm above that. I'm above that.
It's above me now.
It's above
It's
me
above
now.
me.
It's above
Hey,
me.
shout out Craig from the Valley, from
but
Austin.
But anyways,
Is he from Austin?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
he
he
went
is.
to our high
Yeah,
school.
yeah, we went to our high school.
He went to
So
our high
y'all
school.
know that dude.
Yeah, we actually saw him like 2
So
days
where
ago.
where was the
This
where
not
was
in-
that at?
It wasn't in Austin. I don't think it
Okay.
was Austin. But he's from Austin.
I heard that, and I was like, no, he's not. But
Yeah,
that's crazy.
he went to Dub Valley.
Wow, that's crazy.
Damn, we're just
That's
throwing his
funny.
name out there.
But at the same time, Twitter comes at everybody. So,
No, but
Craig, I'm sorry, but I hope you're still succeeding and you're still selling those shirts and hats or whatever.
Fuck yeah.
no,
Troy?
because like I always said I hated cats and whatever. So I've been doing a lot with my life, like just spontaneously doing whatever the fuck life doesn't tell me I can't do.
Right.
And if life tells me I hate cats, then no, I'm not. I don't hate cats.
Right.
I don't hate
Tells you
anything.
You're straight.
So I adopted a cat from 2 Russian.
Man, that's
He was
dope.
Russian. I wish I was there to see that interaction because
It was like,
my coworker
The
is
cat would
Russian.
be good.
My
You know?
coworker is Russian, and Troy went to go meet him, and I wish I was there.
Well, anyways, I named him Gumball because, one of my favorite shows when I wake up is the adventure, like the Wonderful Life of Gumball, and I said it wrong. I just watch it every morning. It's just so funny, and I'm gonna get a fish, and I'm gonna name him Darwin. But the only thing about it
Nice.
is that Darwin's orange, and Gumball is blue.
He is orange.
But my
The cat is
my
orange.
cat is orange.
Yeah.
So it's
And
gonna
he's a
be like-
kitty, and he's still under my dresser.
I was just about to say, I've been over here for like 2 hours, an hour and a half, and I haven't seen the cat.
I literally picked him up 6 hours ago. And
Oh, you did it today?
Yeah, today.
Wow.
He's a kid. He's
He's a
in the
kid.
room crying,
Oh
scared.
my goodness, baby. That's
Yeah.
dope, man.
Kitten.
and that was like the most highlight because I mean,
You got
I've
over
been-
something in your brain, something that you thought.
yeah,
you know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
he'll probably be the worst thing in my life, but I mean, no, but I will do whatever I want because I mean, I'll do whatever I want, whatever I need to do to keep him happy.
That's dope, man.
know?
Hell yeah.
But honestly, this is the end of the podcast. We do have to cut it off because we're
Sorry,
a
we
little-
should go longer, but we give our thanks
Hey,
to
it was fun, right?
Jake Lloyd.
Hella fun.
Thank you, J. Lloyd.
I'm probably gonna stick around for a little bit after we cut off
we're hanging out.
All right.
and kick it.
So this is I Don't Know That's Perfect. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Troy.
I'm Mario from the South Side.
Jake Lloyd, appreciate y'all having me, man.
And
Men's.
that's it. Oh wait.
Men's.
Novellas. You have novellas?
Novella is coming out. Novellas
And
is
what's
coming
the
out.
album called?
Album is Moonlit Mornings.
Moonlit Morning.
Early
Y'all-
July. Early July.
Early July. Y'all hear from us.
Let's get it.
But by the time the clock struck 5, I was on my way to the bar. The bottom line is it turned out fine. This feeling should be against the law. 'Cause now I feel great. Now I feel great. Now I feel great.